You might have seen the headline: a Chinese tech firm built a top-tier frontier AI for just $6 million, making the $100 million projects from Western labs look completely bloated. This pie chart shows where that number actually comes from. It only accounts for the raw electricity used by the GPUs during the final successful pre-training run. When we zoom out to look at the physical data centers, the failed research runs, and massive server upkeep, the total cluster investments approach $1 billion. They are spending almost exactly what Western labs spent. The viral price tag is a myth, but it exposes a massive divergence in how these systems are actually being built globally. American raw compute power now faces an asymmetric challenger: Chinese hyper-efficiency. The core American strategy relies on strict export bans on these advanced NVIDIA GPUs, attempting to lock in a permanent lead in frontier compute power. Without access to the absolute best chips, Chinese tech firms are forced to pivot to less powerful domestic processors like these Huawei Ascends to keep their AI pipelines running. To survive on older hardware, Chinese developers use techniques like algorithmic optimization. Instead of brute forcing a problem through a hardware bottleneck, they rewrite the math to route data through streamlined pathways. They also use chain-of-thought distillation, extracting reasoning from open-source Western models to teach logic directly to smaller Chinese models, bypassing massive supercomputers. This chart from the Stanford AI Index shows the result. Chinese models have practically matched top-tier Western systems in logic and coding benchmarks. By starving them of hardware, U.S. chip embargoes forced China to stop relying on brute force, driving them to build the most hyper-efficient AI development ecosystem in the world. While the U.S. keeps its most powerful models locked behind expensive, closed APIs, China takes the opposite approach, giving away highly capable models. When European or Latin American startups build their stack on these free models, they tether their digital infrastructure to China's AI ecosystem. Back inside China, the competition flips from open source to strict domestic control. The Cyberspace Administration of China enforces absolute AI sovereignty, mandating that systems operating in the country must be domestically approved. Under these rules, Western tech giants like Apple must swap out their own AI features for local alternatives. To reach Chinese consumers, the on-device intelligence must be powered by models from Baidu or Alibaba, regardless of what Apple developed in California. A model's raw intelligence is ultimately secondary to the legal authority required to deploy it within these national regulatory walls. America holds a massive lead in raw data center volume, but when you look at these glowing server racks, you're looking at a physical limit. The true bottleneck is no longer building the facilities, it's powering them. Severe limitations in the U.S. electrical grid are threatening to stall mega-tier data center expansions. There simply isn't enough power delivery to keep up with the explosive compute demand. China is bypassing this by executing a massive state-backed build-out of solar infrastructure and ultra-high voltage transmission lines, specifically engineered to feed electricity directly to future tech hubs. Whoever controls the most scalable and resilient physical energy grid will ultimately dictate the absolute ceiling for AI deployment. There's a persistent myth that 88% of American enterprises are fully integrated with AI. In reality, formal organizational adoption sits closer to 65%, with the inflated numbers mostly reflecting casual employee testing. China is largely bypassing consumer hype altogether, choosing to embed their hyper-efficient AI directly into manufacturing, logistics, and their physical industrial base. This matrix visualizes where these diverging strategies lead us by 2030, a global tech landscape split into two incompatible ecosystems. To operate internationally, global businesses must shoulder the extreme cost of running dual, parallel tech stacks, one for the West and one for China. While the U.S. remains the primary hub for high-value frontier reasoning, China's intense focus on efficiency is positioning it to provide the low-cost infrastructure for the entire world's industrial AI.